What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Triple Threat Talk. First midweek episode in, I think, since I was doing it by myself. But the thing is, I'm not by myself. Worst transition I've ever done. I'm not alone. I am Connor Ryan.
Jonah Newberger, and welcome back to another episode.
There's the intro that everybody knows and loves. Jonah, week 1. It's over.
Yeah.
I want to die because it just means the football is going to end soon.
Let's not talk about that. We still have 17 weeks.
Exactly.
Plus a break, plus all the playoffs.
This was I would say this weekend, but it was last weekend. Last weekend was the first weekend until I think the second weekend of February, where there will be football every weekend until.
Yeah.
Or I think the week before the Super Bowl, there's no football. Other than that.
Yeah.
But
we got the Pro Bowl. Come on.
Well, yeah. True. Forgot. Yep. True.
Have you seen, this is a little off topic, have you seen the Joe Burrow was saying he wants the Pro Bowl like 8 weeks into the season to give him like every people like an extra bye week? So it's like a kind of like the NBA All-Star. Give teams like an extra break in the middle, so kind of like a second bye week, and then
I don't hate it.
Maybe gives the players a little more incentive to actually perform in the Pro Bowl versus it being at the end when everyone just wants to go to, Mexico to chill out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, it's fair. I don't hate it.
I don't know.
I like it.
Kind of interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I know the instant response to that would be people kind of talking about like, could they actually manage it? Yeah, they could. It's more so just would the players buy in? I don't know, but
yeah, who knows?
I'll be honest, I like it.
Yeah,
but we are not mid-season. We just finished week 1.
Yeah,
thankfully.
Yeah,
and what a week it was. I will preface this. I had the worst sports weekend over the weekend. BC lost in double overtime against Michigan State.
Really? I didn't watch any college football over the weekend.
That's completely fine. BC lost against Michigan State and I was up until 11:30 watching that. The Patriots lose to the Raiders.
Wait, who did they play?
Michigan State.
Oh, that went to double OT?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know. The Red Sox got damn near swept by the Diamondbacks, and then the Patriots losing to the Raiders. So.
Yeah.
Which I will preface. I guess this is the one time I'll talk about this game. I'm not as worried or as distraught as most Patriots fans. Like, sure, did it suck? Yeah, because it's like on paper, you look at that and say the Raiders beat the Patriots. Like if you said that sentence about 5 years ago, you'd be like, I want to die. So I'm not worried about it. I think in terms of who they are as a team, in terms of who they are as an identity, I think it's just going to keep on growing. I think there's still plenty of time to go. And also, shout out Pete Carroll. Really good team.
I feel like honestly the Patriots lost that game themselves. They lost to themselves. The second half of that football game was just they did not look good.
No. Their run defense didn't look great at the beginning. Their pass defense did not look good at all.
Oh my gosh. It was
I get it. No Gonzo definitely hurts, but there were definitely holes in there.
Yeah. I feel like Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers was getting everything and anything they wanted that game.
Yeah.
Geno looked like a Pro Bowl QB.
Geno was back at West Virginia the way he was playing. So, shout out to Geno.
Yeah.
Fun fact. I didn't know this. Where was he before? I can't even remember. But Chip
Seattle.
Kelly was, well, speaking of Seattle, more so just Oregon in general. I don't know, that's Washington and Seattle. But when Chip Kelly was at Oregon, he tried recruiting Geno Smith to the Oregon Ducks before he committed to West Virginia to be a Mountaineer. Fun fact.
Interesting.
And now, guess who Geno Smith's offensive coordinator is? Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that I know that was the game that nobody could care about. I think there were two that everybody had their eyes on.
Yeah, I mean, there were some decent highlights in that. I feel like at least in the morning slot, or for you the afternoon, early game slot. I don't know. I assume you watch Red Zone. Yeah. So, I mean, that Atlanta-Tampa game, we're not going to get too deep into it, but it turned into a good game.
I'll talk about it a little bit in our winners and losers.
Yeah. Do we just want to dive into that?
Or do you want to do winners or losers, or do you want to talk about the two main games first?
Let's talk about, we'll go Sunday night, Monday night, and then dive into the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, perfect. I mean,
let's start with Monday night because that was just last night.
Yeah. Right off our brains.
That was such a good game in a way because I thought the Bears were going to win. And they looked pretty good. And Caleb, that first drive, he started 10 for 10, a rushing touchdown. It looked like J.J. McCarthy didn't know how to play football in the first half. He didn't realize he had Justin Jefferson on his team. And then, you know, some penalties lead, you somewhere, and they couldn't get the offensive click in, and they blew it in the end. It was a good game. I think even though the Bears lost, I think there's still positives to take away from that game. Caleb looked like a much better quarterback than they did last year. Their offense definitely looked more, I guess, intact. Would you agree?
Yeah,
I
that
mean, he only got
offense.
sacked once or twice that game.
Yeah,
He was definitely avoiding sacks much better, making
twice.
better
So
reads. I mean, that's not bad.
no,
Only two
no,
sacks in the game. And he
no.
avoided some, like, where you're like, oh my gosh, usually like last year, he probably would have gotten sacked in that situation, and he avoided it.
The play in which he caught the defender coming on his blind side or on his front side, steps back and out at the same time and throws the bullet to Odunze on the corner or on the sideline. That
Yeah,
was the
that
best
was
player of the
insane.
entire night.
Yeah,
By
right in the
far.
first
Not
drive of the
only
game.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
not even just because of him avoiding the sack, but the audacity of him to throw a absolute fastball
yeah.
at
And it
Rome
was
Odunze's face, and he caught that. That was sick.
yeah, it was right on target. Yeah, he looks like he's going to be good, I think, this year. It sucks that they lost, and I blame some of that on the kicker. I blame some of that on the refs. I don't know if you saw some of those, at least on Twitter after the game, the 3rd-and-1 pass interference call where a Vikings receiver just slipped
Yeah.
and the ref thought that he pulled him down, which he
Yeah.
didn't. Gave him the first down, next play, touchdown, Justin Jefferson.
What were real quick? What were your thoughts on the challenge call by Ben Johnson there?
I don't know what you think, but I thought it was a fumble
Well,
because he wasn't touched, and the first time he was touched, they didn't even touch the play. They didn't touch T.J. Hawkinson. He punched the ball out.
yeah, I
Like,
think
it doesn't, like, I understand your knees down, but like you
yeah.
weren't down by contact. No one touched him until after the ball was loose. So
Well,
I thought it was a fumble.
yeah, I think on first look, and I definitely understand where it's like you kind of see that, and you're like, oh, he didn't touch him. I think it's more so. I think it was similar to a knee almost, where he's like kind of giving himself up. But even
Mm-hmm.
then, it wasn't like exactly clear.
Yeah.
The one part that I had the issue with really wasn't the challenge or wasn't the fact that it got overturned, was just the fact that like Joe Buck and Troy Aikman and whoever ESPN has as their referee guy just were
Mm-hmm.
like, "What the hell are you doing?" And it's like,
Yeah.
"What are you talking about? That is a reasonable call. That is like a completely understandable situation of where you're like
Yeah.
looking at this and you're like,
They're like, yeah.
sure, it wasn't a fumble, but like you also can't just sit there and be like, this is an egregious call." It's like, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it look like a fumble? It
Mm-hmm.
does. But
And if you look at it slow, I mean, again, I don't know all the detailed rules of what's a fumble, what's not,
yeah,
what
what's a
determines a
catch?
guy giving up. Yeah, like whatever. I thought it was a fumble, but that did lose him the timeout, which then came to get him in the very end of the game. But I mean, but again, that pass interference call was really bad. And then earlier in the game, I think it was in the fourth quarter or third quarter, they had 1st and 10 on the 20. They have the holding on the right tackle,
Mm,
which wasn't a hold. If you go back, I saw this all over Twitter last night, and then that bumped him back, and then they had the intentional grounding backed him up even more. So then they were like out of field goal range, and then
yeah, they were like
kicker
3rd
missed
and
the field
30 at
goal.
one
So
point.
yeah, when you
Yeah.
had 1st and 10, so it's like, okay, a couple penalties that shouldn't have been called, knock them out. They end up losing by a field goal after that missed field goal, and then kicker's leg. I mean, they went down the field in like four or five plays, got the touchdown, and kicker. I mean, Ben Johnson came out after the game and said, "Yeah, I told him to kick it out of the end zone. Couldn't get it out of the end zone." At that point, I'm like, why not just kick it out of bounds?
Yeah, I was watching this with AJ, and he and I were talking about that, and like sure, there's the aspect of like the penalty, but you're also have to look at it, and it's like you're trying to save the time. You're not worried
Yeah,
about
field
the fact
position.
yeah, exactly. Like you're not in a spot to bargain about field position. You're in a
No,
spot to bargain about as much time as possible. If you kick it
exactly.
out of bounds, that's a
No,
timeout.
it's a timeout. And okay, they get the ball on the 40 versus the 35.
And also
Okay.
you get your defensive break after the first play and you get to draw something up. It isn't
Mm-hmm.
like a
And it
situation of
saves you the extra timeout. Yeah, they
exactly.
should have kicked it out of bounds. I mean, I'll be. It'll be interesting to see if Santos, makes it through the whole year with the Bears. He's already kind of messed up twice
Yep.
that game. will be interesting, but yeah, I mean, why not just kick it out of bounds, get the ball in the 40? You're still going to want to stop him in 3. If you don't stop him in 3 downs on the 35 versus the 40, it's game's over regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
So like 5 yards, in my opinion, doesn't make that big of a difference.
Yeah.
Because you're just trying to save the time, get the 2-minute warning as a second timeout, and then they would have had the ball with more like a minute left versus 15 seconds.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see, especially when Ben said, yeah, I told him to kick it out of the end zone and he couldn't get it. Like he didn't have the leg strength to do it. So kind of interesting, but I still think I think the Bears, even though they lost, they still, there's positive to take out of that game. They looked much better. They were missing Jalen Johnson on the outside. I think they're missing another cornerback and maybe a
Yeah, they
linebacker
were
as well
missing
that game.
Kyle Gordon.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think that's his name.
yeah. So, if those guys come back healthy, their defense might even step up a little bit more. And if they get the offense, I also realized it looked like until like that very last drive, they were not really going down the middle of the field. Everything was to the outside or like a dump off to the side. I'm like, the middle of the field seemed wide open all game.
Yeah, I also think with a lot of that is just like the coverage scheme that's set up by Brian Flores. Like, we saw how good Minnesota was on defense last year, and that's obviously going to continue.
Yeah.
But in terms of as much as the Bears losing obviously hurts, if I'm a Bears fan, I'm also looking at this and being like, this is a huge plus for us.
Yeah.
The fact that your O-line only gives up 2 sacks to arguably one of the best pass rush units and also just overall one of the best defensive units in the entire NFL. And then also should just I get it. Like when you look at this game, if you just focus in on the game and you're like, okay, sure, it's not great that we were up 17-6 and ended up, or 16-7, however much it was, and you end up losing and they come back and win. That's not great for optics, but it's also like the aspect of like, you were right. Like Caleb, like 21 for 35 on attempts. So not the best passer, like completion percentage, but like that's above 60. Is it? I can't remember. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Anyway.
Yeah.
With like 210 passing yards with a rushing touchdown.
Look how many rushing yards he had.
58. Yeah. So it's not like bad. On 6 carries.
He looked good.
He did look a lot better.
I still think there's room for improvement, obviously, but I would say from his rookie year to his sophomore season, there's definitely positive to take out of that game.
There's definitely the clear, like, okay, we see it. Now we just need to see it like string together. You put it in a couple of games and then you go.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was a good game.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to JJ. Shout out for him stepping up in the second half. I know like first half was rough.
Yeah.
Like, bad. Rough. Like, and like there were times,
especially after the pick 6, I thought that game was over.
Yeah. Which by the way, looked like, which obviously wasn't an easy pick 6 because you have to jump a route like that. But when you could tell from like, you could just see the angle of his body is like leaning towards Jefferson, and Wright was just like, okay.
I'm funny because who's the guy who picked it off?
I don't know his full name, but I know his last name is Wright.
Right. Yeah. He spent last year on the Vikings practice squad.
Nashawn Wright. He's currently, yeah.
He spent all of last year on the Vikings practice squad, and now he was the backup here with Jalen Johnson out. He got the start last night, and he played well. I mean, he was guarding basically Justin Jefferson all year last year in practice. So that's, not a bad backup to have. But how about the game that everyone was tuning into?
Oh my God.
The Sunday Night Football, first of the year.
Is it crazy?
Probably the game of the year.
I was going to say, is it crazy to say game of the year already?
No, not at all.
No.
I was heartbroken because I had a parlay that last leg was Baltimore Ravens, and that didn't happen. So I was very sad about
I didn't bet.
But the game was...
That game was awesome. Just like, that is the epitome of what we want in every single game.
Yeah.
Like the last 2 nights combined, if you want a higher scoring game, you want it like the Monday night, or you want it like the Sunday night game. If you want a little bit more of a defensive battle, you go to the Monday night game. Each team should be scoring 20 plus points or more because that generates offense, that generates interest, and defense. Like, sure, 40-40 isn't like the most pretty game on, like 41-40 isn't the most pretty game on, like, in terms of result, but it's also just like highlight after highlight after highlight after highlight after, and you're just like every single,
I thought the Ravens had that in the bag, and then Josh Allen just, I mean, hell, the Ravens were up 15 with 4.5 minutes left. Then Derrick Henry they score a touchdown. Ravens get the ball. Derrick Henry fumbles, which never happens. They go down, score again. They don't get the 2-point. You're like, okay, Ravens still have it. They need to get one first down. Don't get it. Josh Allen takes him down the field, gets him in field goal range, and Matt Prater, who they had just signed the day before, took a red eye in to Buffalo the night before, hits the game-winning, 30-yard chip shot. Yeah, that was electric. I mean, Lamar, I hope this is the AFC Championship game. It would be
so refreshing.
Lamar and Josh Allen, yeah.
Like, more than anything.
Or them, or, I mean, I know we kind of talked about this already, but Chargers, I wouldn't mind throwing the Chargers in that mix.
Hell yeah.
Give me Baltimore. But I feel like these two are, Lamar and Josh Allen are going to be front runner MVPs this year. One of them, I feel like, will get it.
I think it will probably be Lamar.
Yeah. Don't sleep on Herbert, though.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it'll be, especially after week one, what we've seen with everything, Allen and Lamar definitely got to be the two front runners right now.
Yeah. I was watching the game live, obviously, and when Lamar, I think it was I want to say it was in the fourth. It was right before, let me just confirm. Okay, so it was like kind of towards the beginning of the fourth. The play in which Lamar ran backwards about 20 yards and then got the first. And then the next play, a 46-yard touchdown from Derrick Henry. I tweeted out, I was like, you can't win when you have Lamar doing Lamar things, and then the next possession you can hand it off to Derrick Henry. Oh, and by the way, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, DeAndre Hopkins with one of the grossest catches I've ever seen in a long time.
Yeah, the one-handed touchdown.
And literally his only reception of the night. The only mention, my brother completely, we were talking about, where's DeAndre? We don't see him. The next play, he does the touchdown.
One-handed catch touchdown.
All right, there's DeAndre. So there he is.
There he is, yeah.
But
Zay Flowers
with a career game, and I needed that for my fantasy team. Thank you, Jay.
I tied one of my fantasy leagues because I had Rome Odunze.
Dude, you tied?
I tied 115.32. We tied exactly on the dot. So shout out Rome for that garbage time lateral play that he got X amount of yards on, and I was losing and I tied. One more yard, I would have won, but I'll take the tie. Kind of random though.
I think am I crazy to say, and this is purely just based on a skill aspect, is it crazy to say that these two are the two best QBs in the NFL? And I get the Pat thing, but in terms of just a body, physically, and also the physical traits of the speed, the arm accuracy, the arm ability.
Yeah.
It's these two.
Yeah.
And they complement each other well.
Yeah. Yeah, because Josh Allen's, I think, 6'5".
Yeah,
and so when he's
Lamar's
running, he's like a tank. And Lamar's, and he's just so shifty and quick.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think they're definitely the two best. And after week one, I would say Herbert is not far behind.
Yeah.
Even though Joe Burrow didn't perform to the way we know Joe Burrow can, I still think he's a top 5 in the league.
Yeah, I think the one thing I'd say about that is Denzel Ward is one of the best corners in the league. Doesn't matter if you're Jamar Chase. If you have Denzel Ward on you, you're going to have an issue. Or it's and that's just how it is with any one of these island level corners where it's you're facing a Gonzo, you're facing a Denzel Ward, you're facing a Pat Surtain.
Yeah.
You're just I might as well just not even look at these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that because this was I think I saw a stat where it's this is the first time or the second time in Jamar Chase's career that he's had sub 5 points in fantasy that he played the entire game in. And it was the
crazy.
first time since 2023 or something, which that just shows the value of a good corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it can disrupt an entire offense. So, but I mean, I think just the one thing, and I feel like it's just becoming ever more precedent in terms of a need within an offense, is the value of running. And these two have it. Pat has it. Herbert has it. Joe has it. Not to the extent of the other guys, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Some great football. It was great to have NFL back.
That was a true one-man performance by Josh Allen.
He took over.
400 total yards, 2 touchdowns in both the air and the ground. like, it very much was, like, you look at the roster of Buffalo and you're like, "All right, they got some players like Keon Coleman did great, by the way. James Cook did
Yeah.
great. Kincaid did well. Josh Palmer coming from the
Mhm.
Chargers and, like, stuff like that, but you're also just like, "I don't
There's not like a
know."
superstar.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
then
like he
Ed
is a
Oliver.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, but, like, the question for me was always that defense, and I'm like, "Who's gonna be the guy?" Because obviously Matt Milano gets plenty of tackles.
Mhm.
Ed Oliver was a freak. That sack he had on Lamar in the first quarter was ridiculous when he basically just,
Yeah.
like, ran at him, and that's, like, the first time I've ever seen anybody do that,
Yeah.
and I think I know Jordan Poyer, I think, is currently hurt. Like, I know that there are some players
Mhm.
who, are a little bit hurt right now but it was
Yeah.
like, when they needed it, they got it.
Mhm.
And I think that's the more important thing to have in a defense than just a pure, like, shutdown like, if you can have, like, a top tier offense and a really solid defense, I think it's a lot better of a situation to have than, like, a really top tier defense than a solid offense.
Yeah.
Just because, like, so it's easier to, like, you're in control of the ball. If you have more
Mhm.
opportunities to get the ball and score, that's just gonna be easier, obviously. So, but what a game. I mean,
Yeah. What a game.
and then next week we get 2 Monday night games.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into that.
Well, so here's what I didn't realize. Do you know how, like, usually on Monday night games they'll stagger it where it's like 7 o'clock and 8:30?
Mhm.
This time they're just doing 2 games, so it's 7 and 10.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's like, so
Hell yeah.
literally next week it's Bucks Texans at 7, and then 10 it's
Uh,
Chargers Raiders.
Chargers
Which
Raiders will be
after the
good.
result of the Patriots game, both are good games now,
Yeah.
or at least like
I'm
solid, solid,
Houston,
solid,
okay.
solid.
Tampa, yes, but I like that LA Vegas game will be good.
LA Vegas would be good.
Should we get into our winners and losers of the weekend?
Let's do it, Jonah.
Yeah.
Your idea. You kick it off. Let's.
Uh,
Do you want to do each give a winner and then we'll, or go through your winners first, and then I'll go through my winner. Like, actually,
yeah, let's do
yeah,
that.
yeah. You go
Or
through your
let's
winners.
alternate. We'll
Yeah.
alternate.
Okay.
Pick. Start with winners. My first winner of the weekend is the Green Bay Packers.
Love it.
They looked great. Their defense looked great. They basically shut down Detroit. Detroit had, I think, 6. I don't even know what the final score ended up being. I think they had a garbage time touchdown late.
I
But
will bring that up because I have them in a certain list of mine.
yeah, I do as well. Dude, the Packers are here. I think the Packers, after this weekend, I think the Packers are the clear favorite to win the NFC North. I think the Bears are not far behind. And then I think it's a toss-up between Detroit and Minnesota. But especially Micah Parsons I don't think he played like a ton. Like, he was in there for basically just all-out blitzes and just rushing the quarterback. But like, when he was in there, he was making a difference, obviously. So I think the Packers, they came out the gate and they surprised me a little bit. But yeah, I think they're definitely a winner of this weekend.
Yeah, I did see that thing where I think I can't remember who announced it, but they basically said that Micah Parsons would be playing about 50% of the snaps. Part of the
Mhm.
reason would be because of the injury, and also just so they could see where he fits in the system.
Yeah,
I I think we'll be looking at a full workload in like the next 2 weeks.
for sure.
Like,
For
that
sure.
was it looked like everyone has been saying this about the one clip, but the clip in which Micah Parsons breaks free from the group and is chasing down Jared Goff onto the sidelines. That was the best form of a predator and prey I've ever seen in
Mhm.
sport form.
Mhm.
You saw the fear in Jared Goff's eyes to get out, and you saw the pure menace in Micah Parsons' eyes that said, "I'm going to get you. I'm tackling you. This is
Yeah.
mine."
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the stats right here on ESPN. It looks like Love was sacked 0 times and he had 0 hurries compared to
It
Jared
was
Goff,
so easy
4
for him.
sacks to 25 hurries.
It was so easy for him.
Yeah, they looked great. Romeo Dobbs, I mean, only 2 catches, 68 yards though. All around, just solid performance from everyone. Everybody
Yeah.
contributed in this game. It wasn't like one star player. Everyone did their part and they won by double digits. And yeah, I think they're definitely one of the best teams so far. I know it's only week 1, so things could change, but as of right now, one of the best teams in the NFC. But yeah, who's your first winner of the week?
My first winner of the week are the Indianapolis Colts, but more specifically
Hmm.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
I know the media is different in New York thing. I'm well aware of that. It's the same case in Boston. It's the same case in any of the major cities.
LA. Yeah.
I'm never going to say I knew this Daniel Jones move was going to work with the Indianapolis Colts. But if you were to tell me a 33-8 final was the result of your first game with a team, I'm going to say it. That's pretty good. Daniel Jones went 22 of 29 with 279 yards total. Or 272 yards total. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
1 passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns. I'm nowhere near saying the Colts are a playoff team. Nowhere near saying that. But they look good.
Yeah.
They looked like a football team that I will give credit to where credit is due.
Yeah.
If they're playing a bad team, I'm going to go with the Colts. If they're playing a better team, I'll probably go with that other team. But it has definitely put my eye on the Colts and said, okay, I'm listening.
Yeah.
But
especially with that division too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like that division, I wouldn't be shocked if the Jags win. I wouldn't be shocked if the Colts win now. The only team I'd be shocked if they win is the Titans.
Yeah.
And
who gave the Broncos a little run for their money this weekend.
Not bad. But I will say this. Closer to a Broncos loss than it was to a Titans win, if that was the case. Because of just the amount of turn. That was Bo Nix's worst game.
Yeah, and again, I know we're kind of pivoting here, but
is your worst game
that 4th and 6, why not kick the field goal?
Yeah.
Because they're like, if he misses it, they're like, well, they threw it and it was a terrible pass.
Exactly.
It wasn't even close to being caught. But they're like, well, if the field goal gets blocked or missed, then they have field position. I'm like, okay, if you don't get on 4th down, it's the same thing.
Okay,
if you make the field goal, you have 2 scores and the game's over.
So we're going to talk about one of the most improbable events that. When was the last time that happened? Oh, it was against the Broncos last year.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying that to go. What I am saying though is it's not like a blocked kick is like the most prominent thing we've ever seen.
Yeah, and they're still up 8.
Yeah, exactly.
But like they did then give Tennessee the chance to possibly go down and tie the game, which they didn't, but that's neither here nor there. But Broncos definitely didn't look.
You're on the 36. That's about a 52-yarder.
At altitude, Will should be able to hit that in his sleep.
52 yards in altitude is like 45 anywhere else. And that's probably me even selling it short.
And he had 2 other field goals earlier in the game too. So, but yeah, I agree with you on the Colts. I think they looked good. I think they said the Colts have never scored on every single possession they had in the football game.
He was the first quarterback in NFL history. I don't know if NFL history, but he's like they showed actually
a crazy graphic. It was like him like Peyton.
Yeah, it was like only players to score on every drive that they played. And I'm like,
yeah, Danny Dimes, man, he's back.
He's back.
Yeah. My second winner of the weekend is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Love it.
They were my fourth. This weekend.
For reference, they were my 4th.
Yeah. Going into this weekend, I thought this game was going to be awful. And it became the best game in the early slate.
Easily.
It was a shootout. Rodgers had 4 touchdowns, 244, 22 with 30. And honestly, even though they gave up 30 plus, their defense, the Steelers defense came alive on that, like in the last couple of drives of the game. Justin Fields, as much as I don't like him, he looked good. I always say this. He's really good at, making a throw to their receiver that's 5 yards off the defensive back. I still think he's a run-first quarterback. I think that's his big skill. Obviously, he was, he had a couple rushing touchdowns. I think he had 1 or 2?
Fields? I think he had 1. Or no, he might have 2.
He had 2 rushing touchdowns, 12 rushes for 48 yards, and 16 of 22 for 218 and a passing touchdown. But then you saw at the very end of that game, it's like the one time that you decide to throw it and not run it, he gets Garrett Wilson absolutely laid out by Jalen Ramsey. But that was a great game. That was a shootout. It was back and forth. I think Boswell hit a 60-yarder.
Yep.
That was a good game. Did you catch much of this game?
I watched a little bit of it. I had my brother and I had
zone,
the 2 TVs set up where we had the Patriots in the main and then the red zone going. So we would be checking back.
You saw plays here and there. Yeah.
I mean, I do agree, when given the space and when given the time, there are very few as pretty deep balls in the NFL as Justin Fields. He's able to get it there. He's able to it just looks like it's like a lot of force, but it looks like well thrown and everything. Like that pass
For
to
sure.
Garrett Wilson on the right corner, that was
Yeah, that was
really,
crazy.
that was sick. But I mean, like, just the sequence in which Raj gets the touchdown, the fumble, and then 2 plays later scores another touchdown to Calvin Austin. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then it's just like goes down, has the like just the biggest FU you can to the Jets and being like, I hate them. Anybody associated with them, I want to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Who's your second winner of the weekend?
My second winner of the weekend, Jonah, are the Jacksonville Jaguars. I get it. It's the Carolina Panthers. Da da
Yeah.
da da da. But the one thing that I felt from that game and from that stadium that I haven't felt in a very long time since the Saxonville days, energy. That place felt alive.
Mm-hmm.
Foyesade Luakan with the pick, Travis Hunter emoting on the sidelines, just the vibes. Oh my God. Trevor Lawrence slinging the ball, looking healthy, Travis Etienne going places. And also, you decide to just get rid of Tank Bigsby for a couple of picks. So what does that mean? Travis Etienne is now a clear wide running back 1.
And they just draft what's his face? I have him on fantasy. I am drawing a blank here.
Brian Thomas?
No, their other running back.
Howland? LeQuint?
No.
Bishal Tunin?
Yeah.
Yeah, Virginia Tech product.
Yeah, so he'll be the RB2.
Shout out Sons of Saturday, the old job I had. Shout out Billy Ray and Pat. That's a nice little plug right there. Go listen to Sons of Saturday, a Virginia Tech podcast. No, Tutin's gross. He had a really good game against Boston College last year. I think he had like 200 yards rushing. Yeah, I think just with him, it's just like got to just get into the spot. But nah, dude, I'm kind of riding the train with the Jags. I mean, tough matchup with the Bengals next week, but
I don't know, man. The way, yeah, we'll get into that a little.
I will say, I know we're gonna get into picks later. That game gave me a lot more of a head scratcher in terms of who to pick than.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Question.
I love that.
I want your thoughts on this.
Okay.
Will Travis play cornerback 1? Because I know like they said that he's going to be like full-time wide receiver with some cornerback snap situationally. But I need at least one play where I see 12 on Jacksonville and 1 on Cincinnati line up with one another.
Dude, that would be electric. I don't think it's going to happen, but that would be so. We do need it though.
I think we'll see a lot of T in Travis, but I need a Jamar and Travis.
Just give me one.
I need a picture. I need the picture.
Yeah, but yeah, I love that. I love that Jacksonville pick.
Thank you.
My last winner or winners of the week. 2 quarterbacks, actually. One we already talked about, Caleb Williams. Not going to go too much more into depth on that, but as we saw, a lot of promise there.
Just overall, looked way more comfortable.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key.
But my other winner of the week would be Michael Penix. I had doubts of him going into week 1, and he came out here 27 of 42, 98 yards, a touchdown. I know they lost, but he looked really comfortable out there. And him and Bijan were Bijan was looking crazy good.
I mean, yeah, when your second play of the year is a 50-yard touchdown.
50-yard receiving touchdown. He just dumped it off and led.
I feel pretty good about
50. Yeah. I think the Falcons will be, I know they lost mainly due to kicking actually in that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Michael Penix definitely showed improvement from last year. And I think he'll be good going forward. And I think that's a positive for Atlanta. I mean, almost 300 passing yards is crazy.
Yeah. I love that pick.
Yeah.
I like both of those picks, honestly. I thought, and I know people will probably say the Caleb pick is biased with you, but I mean, it was deserved. It was very deserved. Yeah. Just like he just looked like he understood the direction of which he is trying to go faster than anything. And that I think is
avoided more sacks. He definitely you saw the step that he took in the offseason.
Yeah, exactly.
I think a lot of that helps with the new coordinator or Ben Johnson in the offensive line, and just having a year under your belt in the NFL.
I think a lot of with the difference between college and NFL. With college, it's like you'll obviously have like the situation where you run into a Notre Dame or a Clemson, like one of those top tier defenses. A lot of the times you're just trying to work on like the ability to put the ball in the place that you need it to go and like understanding what scheme that what the defense is in.
Yeah.
When you get to the NFL, I feel like a lot of it is you also have to be able to read every person within a 10-foot radius of you and where they are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if you aren't able to do that, or if you aren't able to understand that, then that's really going to create some issues. But you could just see, like, he was understanding of where people
Yeah.
were, the direction that they were going to be in, and also just like where to go with the right move. Like, there was one play, I want to say it was a end around, fake end around behind him, and then I think Swift came like sprinting up on the left side. It was like pretty early, but just like being able to wait and letting the play get to where it needs to be, and then hitting him, and it was like only like a 6-yard game, but like still, it's like those are the keys that you really need to really improve as a quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah. So those are my last 2 winners of the weekend. Who's your last?
We're gonna stay in that same game.
Okay.
But we're going across the sideline. The
Mm.
rookie, Emeka Egbuka.
Dude, he was balling.
4 receptions, 76 yards, 2 tutties, and the game winner.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to see more volume. That's all I need.
Yeah.
It's all there.
It is there.
And like, we can't let the Bucs keep getting away with like top tier wide receivers.
Dude,
Mike
Egbuka
Evans
and Mike
and
Evans.
Chris Godwin for those
Waco
couple of years
Godwin
where he
comes
was like
back.
top 3.
Yeah.
Not top 3, obviously, but you know what I mean. And then you get him.
6'7", you know.
Anyway.
Top 6'7", yeah. Anyway.
Just like, I knew he was good at Ohio State. I think just the issue with like any one of those big tier schools, like especially Ohio State for like the 21 through 23 years, you can name any of those wide receivers and they're like all pro level wide. It's like Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Emeka Egbuka, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Like those are 4 guys who are wide receiver 1 level caliber.
Yeah.
So
talk about just from Ohio State.
Yeah, and they were all in the
Marvin
same
Harrison.
wide receiver. And then you like look and you're like, Jeremiah Smith is there now, and he's like the best wide receiver that they've ever seen. Marvin Harrison was in the room with Emeka Egbuka. Like these are the type of players that you're like, we have this guy. We have like this unreal option at wide receiver. It's we just only have one ball, and we need to get the other guys too. So
yeah.
But I mean, like, it does help when you have like those kind of like mentors and everything. But like, ridiculous game from Egbuka, ridiculous game from the Bucs. Really, I think that was probably the second best game from the morning, from the afternoon morning slate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Egbuka. Shout out Egbuka.
I think our losers list is going to be pretty identical.
I don't think so. I think we'll have one.
You go first.
I think we'll talk about this one together. It's the Dolphins.
Yeah. Yeah, I have them on my list.
That was one of the most embarrassing games I've ever seen.
They looked awful. I think Mike McDaniels needs to get booted.
Over under week 6, Mike McDaniels makes it, yes or no?
I think he makes the week 6, but
I'm going to say no. No.
I'd be, yeah. When's their bye week?
I don't know, but I at least want them to get to week 2.
Get to week 2.
Yeah, they play the Patriots. So.
Honestly, dude, I want to lose out. Give me the first pick in draft.
Shit, give me Arch.
Okay, he looked not.
Let me take a look on their week 12.
Ooh, yeah, I don't think he's making it to 12. If they keep playing like this, he'll be gone.
Oh, he'll be gone.
Did you see the reports that they might trade Tyreek Hill back to the Chiefs?
What are we doing?
I would hate that.
Are we all happy about the Chiefs' success or something? Like, other than Chiefs fans, of course. Were we all stoked like that one team is running? No. Were you trying to we allowing them to go back to what they were or something?
We can't have that. Miami don't.
Also, shout out the unction if Tyreek Hill does go to the Chiefs. Shout out the Clippers.
But yeah, not really too much to say about that except the Dolphins looked awful.
The one thing I will say to that is somebody tweeted out, Tua looks like he's in peak December form, and I started crying laughing. Oh my God, that was the funniest tweet I've ever seen.
Have you seen the meme of instead of Tua Tagovailoa, it's Tua turn the ball over?
I have.
Yeah. They just did not look good.
Yeah. And I think this was like, I had heard of the discomfort. I had heard the like kind of the mishaps and everything within the organization. No way would have guessed this.
I mean, they had the garbage time touchdown at the very end. They were getting blown out. They only had 3 points. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. The only people who look at this Miami game and have somewhat to smile about is Devon A-Chain fantasy owners, just because of the garbage time touchdown. Other than that, it's like, because like on paper, that team should work.
Oh yeah. On paper, it's like, this is a great team.
Look at that offense. And you're like, this should be
Waddle,
this offense
Hill,
should put up
Tua.
60 points a game. You just run double streaks and then just run a button hook on Devon A-Chain. It's like, all right, if neither of the streaks are there, just throw it to A-Chain and just let him run.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't work because all of them would get injured.
But yeah, Dolphins, big loser of the weekend.
Dolphins, biggest loser. You are the biggest loser. Jonah. Number 2.
Who's your next?
No. You.
I hate to say it, but the Patriots. Are they on your list? Well, they just did not. I don't even know what to say. I thought, first half they looked okay. Yep. They looked decent. And then the second half was just Geno doing whatever the hell he wanted. We couldn't get the offense clicking at all. Will Campbell, he looked good I think one of the reporters said he looked good for 3 quarters. I didn't notice him for 3 quarters, which was good, but then he had 2, I think, false starts.
Yeah.
Gave up 2 sacks. Again, first game, maybe it's just okay, welcome to the NFL moment. I know Max Crosby was on the other side, but they just did not look great. They were not completing passes they should have. Their defense, there was holes in there all over their defense. I was shocked that they lost, honestly. I thought they would easily beat the Raiders. I was not confident in the Raiders putting up the performance that they did. But yeah, what is your take?
Yeah, no, I agree. A lot of it is me trying to play the optimist and oh, well, you did this well.
Mm-hmm.
But they're and I know obviously it takes time, and I know obviously a top 5 quarterback isn't created within a year and a week, but it starts with Drake. It just looked like there were too many times that he just left something there on the throw. It didn't look like he finished it. Either, or sometimes it would just sail a little bit too high.
Yeah.
This team is going to go as far as Drake May can take them.
Mm-hmm.
If this isn't going to be a year where we're going to be competitive for the playoffs or really truly fight for a spot, then okay, that's fine. But preface that or something.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with if Drake May needs 2 more years, okay. But that 4th year better be the best goddamn year ever. I was so we thought so many things were going to change. There was so much Ramondre Stevenson. Why?
Mm-hmm.
There was so much Pop Douglas. Why? It's you're 3. You're 3. The lineup every week, skill position wise, it should be Drake May, and then your 3 receivers primarily focused should be Booty, Diggs, and Kyle Williams in the slot.
Mm-hmm.
And then your primary running back choices should be Travion Henderson and Antonio Gibson. If I see Pop Douglas, no offense to Pop, or if I see Ramondre Stevenson,
I love Pop.
No offense to Ramondre, then I'm gonna have an issue.
Yeah. See, I think Pop had negative 2 receiving yards and a touchdown.
Somebody tweeted today and said, "I'm so glad I bet Pop Douglas to hit 1,000 receiving yards this year. Now I need 1,002 after week 1."
I saw that. I'm like, that is hilarious.
How does that happen?
Me 9 fantasy points though.
I don't know how that happens, but it's a concern.
Yeah, but yeah.
No, it's Patriots. a completely fair loser.
Yeah.
If they win, though, if they beat the Dolphins, I'm all the way back, baby. Might be good. I got him to the bowl.
All right. Who's your next loser of the week?
My second loser is the medical staff for the 49ers. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I gotta know.
Yeah.
And somehow every week when I watch the 49ers play, an injury happens. Now, I am obviously not a doctor. I don't know if we're well aware of that or not, because I still live in my parents' house. Anyway, somehow, some way, doesn't matter when, doesn't matter who, doesn't matter where, the Niners will somehow just get injured. George Kittle is now on the IR for the next 4 weeks automatically, because that's what the IR is. Brandon Ayuk didn't play. Jawan Jennings is questionable now. Christian McCaffrey, we don't even know half the time.
Yeah.
So
what are they doing?
Yeah, exactly. And then all the defensive question, obviously great win on Sunday.
Yeah.
No one is sitting there denying this or question whatever. You gotta get James Andrews in that goddamn room. I don't know what needs to happen, but seriously, we got to do a Happy Gilmore 2. Find something to where the body can contort itself in a direction that doesn't make sense, and would benefit the Niners. Because whatever it is, you got to get it to them.
Yeah.
it's like I would like the least shocking headline I'd ever see would probably be like the 49ers stadium exploded. Be like, okay, I guess the stadium got injured too. So I don't know.
That's funny.
No, I just don't know how they get injured every time though.
Yeah, I
and
don't.
It's like, and it's not like,
like everyone's always injured. Yeah,
a tweaked knee, just out for a week, for a game.
no,
I'll
it's like half the season.
It's like stamped murder. It's like, whoa, what did I do? And you're like, okay, fine. Your hamstring is taken in half. Boom. And you're like, what?
Yeah, it's like
how'd we get here?
Yeah, they're yeah. I agree with you completely.
Good win.
Yeah, it was a good win.
Not stoked about George Kittle not being on my fantasy team, but other than that, shout out Colston Loveland. You are my starter now.
Ooh, he looked solid.
I like him.
My third loser, and maybe one of the biggest losers of the weekend, was the Detroit Lions.
Damn it!
Was that your pick?
Yes, I'm going to change it.
I can pivot. I have a fourth.
No, pivot.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Love it!
For the talent that they have with Higgins, Chase Brown, Joe freaking Burrow. Every time they came up on red zone, it was just Joe Flacco throwing the ball. Yep. I was like, where the hell is this Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase highlights that I need to see? I think, and I might be wrong on this, don't quote me. Did they have like 7 yards or something like the second half of offense?
Yeah.
It was something low. Yeah, but just for the amount of star power that you have and the people are possibly picking you to go and win the Super Bowl this year. They looked awful.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give that face the way I did. Chase Brown had net neutral yards in the second half. He had 0 yards in receiving. He had 10 yards in the third quarter and minus 10 in the fourth.
It's ridiculous.
For the other half of that question, Joe Burrow had a total of 25 passing yards in the second half.
Yeah. Not good. Someone who's
not
supposed to be
an
MVP. Oh, he was my fantasy. He's one of my fantasy quarterbacks
in 2 of my leagues.
I have him and Lamar, so I was happy.
That's a good duo.
But yeah, dude, Joe, the way that the Bengals, especially against the Browns, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I get it was a road game, and I know interdivision games are always tough, but with the amount of power and star power that you have, you cannot be winning this game because Joe Flacco throws a pick with a minute left in the game after you turn the ball over.
And also because the kicker decided to miss a 30-something yard field goal dead center.
Yeah. But yeah, Bengals, you need to get it figured out or this is going to be a long season. And they're, like we said last week, they might have to blow up this team and try something else because what they have right now does not seem to be clicking at all.
Yeah.
But
if you want to talk about on paper, it's like
one of the best in the league.
I think the best offense in the league. Like
Chase Brown, Burrow,
what the Dolphins
Higgins.
have in speed, it's the Bengals have in everything else on offense. That defense is so bad.
Yeah, your pick.
You already said it. It was Lions. But
Detroit Lions.
I mean, you like when you look at the Lions and as a team, like I will be completely honest. Everyone was only talking about the Ben Johnson. Like Aaron Glenn also left.
Yeah, no, they lost their offense coordinator, their defense coordinator. I think they lost
D-line.
They lost someone else.
Coach.
Yep, and then they also lost a couple of their offensive linemen too. Yeah. Completely different team.
Yeah, it's like sure the structure of that team is still the same with like the key pieces, but then it's
but
you lose like a Frank Ragnow, you lose like a couple of these linemen. It's great to have Aiden Hutchinson back, no doubt about it, and that definitely helps their defense. But then you lose a player like a Carlton Davis to the Patriots and everything, and it very like, and I'm never gonna say like I would never say like a coordinator is the only reason a team does well, but the Lions have a whole lot more to prove than they realize or than they think they have to. 13 points total.
Yeah. And I think they had the garbage time TD late.
It was a garbage time TD with a minute left. And then the other 2 sets of points came from 30-plus yard field goals.
Ridiculous. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs, 10 receptions, 31 yards. I think that's the most receptions with the least amount of yards like in NFL history or something. Or it was something crazy like that.
Let me look it up.
He had 10 receptions for 31 yards. He had 9 rushes for 19 yards. For him being on damn near every single one of my fantasy football teams too. He gave me 18 points somehow. But not on paper you're just like, wow,
That's
this
the
is a terrible
power of a
performance.
PPR league with receptions.
Yeah, I know, dude. I got 13 points alone just off of his receiving.
How
But
many yards did he have receiving?
31.
The previous record was 10 receptions, 33 yards by Alvin Kamara, October 1st, 2023. That's the record for the most receptions in an NFL game with the fewest receiving yards.
So he broke that.
Yep.
Yeah. So, like, again, all around, just not a great game. Jared Goff sacked 4 times, hurried 25 times. I mean, he was efficient, 31 of 39 for 225, but
yeah,
again,
Jahmyr Gibbs has the fewest receiving yards in a game with 10 plus receptions of all time.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, but I think, and you saw that with the way that their offense looked compared to the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears are clicking, man. Ben Johnson is
a difference maker.
He is. So, but yeah, I agree with you. Lions definitely a loser of the week.
When you go from a team like the Lions and you have a season like you did last year, and then you come into this year, and I get it, different test with Green Bay, but you got to at least make it a chance.
Yeah.
Like if you go into Lambeau, new energy of Lambeau, Micah Parsons, and you go in there and you what was the final score? 28-13 or something? 27-13?
27-13.
If you make that game 21-27, nobody's batting an issue. Nobody's batting an eye and saying, what?
Well, the fact that it was 27-6 for
the fact it was 27, it was 27-6 until for 59 points. 50,
and they had 6. Yeah, it was
59 minutes of that game, and then you're like, oh. Well,
I mean, most of the game, it felt like it was like 17-6, and then it was 27-6, like, okay, or whatever.
Even then,
24-6.
The touchdown had to be reviewed. It wasn't like this easy, props to Isaac. I think it's Isaac Tasala. Yeah. Or Isaac Taslaw. Incredible catch. No doubt about it. Really bad position to be in for that to be your first, or have to be your first catch. Shout out for his touchdown. That's a sick first touchdown.
Yeah.
No, Lions just have a lot to work on, and especially being in the toughest division in the NFL doesn't help. So. Week 2.
I feel like we don't need to get too into depth since we did that last week, and we've kind of seen what these teams are like now. Yep. Should we just get right into it?
No, yeah, not rapid fire, but spend at most a minute on each.
Yeah.
Thursday Night Football.
We got the Commanders at Green Bay, prime time.
I'm riding the wave. I just can't see, until it happens, I can't see the Packers being beat.
I agree.
Give me the Packers. And it's weird. It's sure, it's week 1, but it was we're talking about a team that just took the soul out of a team that just won 14 games last year. Or 15. I think they went 15-2.
Yeah, something crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I agree. And Washington, yes, they won. They struggled with New York.
Yeah. And I will give credit, and you also called it out, obviously. New York's defense is a lot better than people want to give credit for, and they're also just overall a better team than people want to give credit for. But there are I think the one issue with that, I don't think it's a talent issue with that team. I think it's a coaching issue.
Yeah, I agree.
Dabble is trying to dap up Malik Neighbors and shit like that, and it's just dude, 6-7, why are you making a 6-7 joke?
Yeah.
What you need to do is go 6-7 in your first 13 games. Yeah, and then we'll talk. Get more than 5 games, Brian Dabble, and then we'll talk. I get it. The 2021 match.
But I'm stoked for this game. Any primetime game in Lambeau is just so fun. I will be tuning into this for sure.
I love watching games at Lambeau. There's nothing better than a primetime game. A night game at Lambeau.
Night game is so fun, dude. The lights, it's just. But yeah, I agree. Give me the Packers.
I got the Pack as well.
The next team on my list might be a little different than yours, but I have Jacksonville at Cincinnati.
This one's a tough one. A little bit.
This is a tough one. Do you want to wait? Do you want to save this one for the end?
Yeah, we can save it for the end.
Okay. Next, I have New York at Dallas.
This one was also tough. But
this is a good week of football.
It's a good week.
I'm torn here. Dallas is a 5.5 point favored. The way that the Giants' offense was clicking last week, what wasn't clicking.
Yeah, give me the boys.
They need to give me the Giants to cover.
I agree. I was literally about to say, I would be shocked if give me the boys with the Giants.
Yeah. But I agree. The Cowboys looked much better than I thought they would have, especially opening against Philly. So, but yeah, I agree with you. Next game we have the Bears going to Detroit. And after what I've seen the last 24 hours, I think, especially with Ben Johnson going back to Detroit and the way Detroit's offense looked, I think the Bears will take this game.
I don't hate that.
Which is funny because Detroit's a 5.5-point favorite, which I think is crazy.
I think I'm going to do the exact same situation as I literally did for last game. I'm going to take the Lions, but I take the Bears with the points.
Bears to cover. Yeah, I like that.
Like, I know the emotions are going to be high, obviously, so we don't know really how that's going to affect either side. I think if it were to affect a side greater, I think it would be the Ben Johnson side of things. But I also, I wouldn't be shocked if the Bears win by 10 or the Lions win by 10 or anything in between. Anything more, I think then I'd be like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah.
Even if it's like a 2-touchdown game, I wouldn't be like, okay. I'd be like, okay, yeah, there you go. But anything more, I'd be
if
like,
it's like 34-12 or something.
If it's 33-8, either way, I got serious questions with both of those teams.
Yeah.
And be like, all right, Lions, what that, or either or. All right, Bears are gross and they're going to be good, and the Lions suck. Or what happened to the Lions in week 1, and are they just the Bears? That's basically what the question is. If any, so whereas if it's like anything between like a 14-point margin, I'll be like, good game.
Respect. Next game, we got the Rams headed to the Music City.
I like
Country Music City.
I like this game a lot, but it's pretty obvious.
Nashville.
It's the Rams.
Tennessee. Give me the Rams.
Next.
San Francisco headed to the Big Easy. I think that's what they call it, right?
Yeah.
New Orleans. Yeah. Shout out Joe Burrow. And he ran it down there in LSU.
Facts.
I could have put this as a winner. I thought the Saints looked much better than people thought they would.
That's fair.
I'm not saying, I don't know, I don't think they'll win this game, but I think they're in a much better position than people thought going into week 1. They definitely hung around there with Arizona last week.
Yeah.
But still, I still think the Niners take this.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the Niners, it's their game to lose. And sure, like the injuries you might question, but it's like, I just think there's too much star power.
I wouldn't be surprised if New Orleans won.
Oh,
did you see the uniforms they wore last week?
Yeah, well, the gold with the black ones.
Dude, I loved them. The gold jerseys. They hadn't worn those since I
like the gold
80s
jerseys.
Or 90s.
I don't know how I feel about the black pants though.
Yeah.
That was the only part that I was like, but the gold jerseys look sick.
They were clean.
Yeah, those were sick.
Yeah. Next game, we got a battle of the New Yorks. We got Buffalo headed down to the Big Apple. Bills, Jets.
I think this is going to be a lot better game than people think. But it's the Bills. It's the Bills.
But it is the Bills.
It's the Bills.
Bills are touchdown favored.
Bills by a billion.
Bills by a billion.
Billion Bills. Billion Bills. So many Bills. Billion Bills.
Yeah. No, I think this will be a good game. But I agree. I think the Bills take this.
I don't think the Bills will actually win by a billion. Just a bit.
No. Yeah. But pretty easy decision there. Bills look like the best team in football right now.
Yeah.
Next, we got. Yeah, not a hot take at all.
No.
we got.
Wow, the MVP, the reigning MVP, you consider the best player in football?
What? Really?
No, you don't. Like, what? Okay.
Did I skip over a team here?
I can list.
I did. I skipped Patriots at Miami.
Oh yeah.
We got the New Englanders headed down to.
Give me the boys in the red, white, blue. Give me the bad spot, Bill. No,
I like that.
I think Patriots will win. I think they do.
If Gonzo's back, I think.
Yeah. If Gonzo's back, then.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, and I obviously I don't really have the greatest recollection of this because I didn't play football, but like I feel like when it comes to scheming against previous coaches, like just coaches with history and experience, I feel like it's a lot easier than it is to go against somebody who's brand new into a system. Like we had no idea what Pete Carroll was going to run.
Yeah.
Like, sure, you have like precedent. You're like, oh, this is a Chip Kelly style offense. Yeah. But it's like, you don't know to the fullest extent. And so it's like, we've seen what Mike McDaniel does for the past like 4 years. And I very much could see Vrabel just being like, oh, you are done. But I also thought that last week, and we got idiots. So if Drake May shows up. That's all I need. Okay, let's move. Patriots.
Next game, we got the Seahawks headed to the Steel City of Pittsburgh.
Rodgers' first game at home, somehow not at Heinz Field, something different. I don't even know what it's called anymore. Are you looking it up right now?
Acrisure Stadium.
I thought it was
Acrisure.
Yeah, it's like Yeah, like I hate the ones where it's like,
dude, give me Heinz Field, man. I'm still calling it Heinz Field.
I'm not changing the Brewers ballpark to Great American Field. It's Miller Park. It's Miller Park. You could say Miller Park at Great American Field. I'd take that, but like, because I think it's like Nick Saban Field at Bryant Denny Stadium or something. Like, it's something dumb. Like, I know I use a college example. Sorry. But long story short, like, no, just like it will always be Heinz Field. And the worst part is there's going to be a point where only fans will know it is Acrisure, and that is an issue. Heinz, buy it back.
Yeah.
I don't care if you somehow lost money. Buy it back.
Yeah, I think it's pretty easy. I think Pittsburgh takes us, unfortunately, the way that they looked last week. I know we said last week they might not get to 500.
They might.
But they might.
Yeah, it's just the schedule is also still pretty. Hold on. We did say
we wouldn't be surprised if they went 3-0.
Exactly.
We did say
exactly.
That. Okay.
We did say that.
Next game, I think this is a no-brainer. We have
the Ravens.
Ravens
versus the Browns.
Browns, yeah. I don't think the Ravens are going to make the same mistake Cincinnati did. I think Baltimore takes this pretty easily.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's just pivot back to Jacksonville, Cincy, just because that's will round out the early slate.
Fuck it, Jags.
Okay, I'll go Bengals.
Sure, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Next.
Because, like, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't have anything against either of these teams. It's just there are clear flaws within both. Like, I'd say Jacksonville's like solid defensively, where obviously the Bengals are awesome offensively, and like the Jags are definitely trending in the right direction, and the Bengals are definitely trending in the wrong direction in terms of their Jags offense, Bengals defense. So like I wouldn't be shocked if the Jags come out with it, but I also wouldn't be shocked if like the Bengals just mollywop them.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either way.
Give me the over.
Well, the over is 49.5.
I'll
it's
take
actually the highest over of the week.
Of course it is. That's what happens when you play just two offenses.
The first game of the late slate, we got the battle of the horses, might I say?
Yeah.
We got the Broncos headed to Indy. Denver's favored, but the way Denver played last week, I'm not so sure, but I think Denver's defense will be able to play better with the Colts offense versus how Miami did with their offense. So I will take the Broncos here.
I will also take the Broncos. I just think that defense is too good. Like, we're talking about a game in which Bo Nix was giving as many opportunities as he could to the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
Like, he basically was like trying to give them the ball back. And the defense just tried to do everything that they could to stop him, which they did. And it worked.
Yeah.
I don't see Danny Dimes having the same performance or same level of performance that he did as he did against Miami, but like you never know. But it's the Broncos in my opinion. Also, better, safer environment for Bo Nix to sling it. So
for sure. Next game, we got the Panthers headed out west to Phoenix to play the Arizona Cardinals. I like the Cardinals in this game.
I do too.
They're touchdown favorite. They looked good last week. I think they're just going to continue to keep. Yeah, they're 6.5 point favored. That's not even the biggest line. The Ravens are 11.5.
Well, okay, I mean that.
But yes, like, touchdown favored. They were touchdown favorite last week in one.
Yeah, but like they're playing like the Saints and the Panthers.
Panthers week 1 and 2.
That's like saying like you're 30-point favorites against the Wizards. Like.
I was about to say the Wizards. Like Wizards on a Monday night, you know?
Yeah, but like
on NBA League Pass.
This is the equivalent of like last year's Magic versus the Wizards. Like, how does the Magic have a fucking 30-point favorite?
I love that. I love that. I love that meme. Oh, it's like we're just playing the Wizards on Monday night on League Pass, but it's like playing Carolina on a Sunday afternoon in Arizona.
That's called the 1 o'clock slot. That's 1 o'clock slot, or somehow gets involved and you get a Thursday night game.
Thursday night game that nobody cares about. Next game, arguably the game of the week. We got the Birds.
Yep.
Headed to the Midwest.
Yep.
take on Kansas City.
Well, rematch.
Kansas City is home. Oh, yeah, Super Bowl rematch.
You know, Fox is going to be doing their
Grady
coverage
on this one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this
Philly's
is this is their like game of the week, and I think they're even doing like the Fox NFL countdown like there.
Oh, cool.
So
nice. I like how they started doing that, kind of like what college football did.
Yeah. No,
I like it.
Yeah.
I like they did it in Green Bay last week. I thought it was cool. They had the little mini wall that they did the jump on. I thought that was kind of fun. I just like it. It adds more.
Yeah, it just like
to the pregame.
It really does kind of just one, it adds more to the pregame. Two, if you're a fan, you're willing to get in earlier because it's like, hey, you get to talk to maybe some of these guys, or like get to see what the production of
it's fun. Yeah, so, I like the aspect of it.
I do too.
Maybe they'll eat some barbecue. I've heard that Kansas City barbecue is pretty good.
I've heard good things about that barbecue.
But give me the Birds.
I like it.
To win. I think this will be a good game, though. I think the Chiefs are gonna start clicking a little bit more than they did against the Chargers week 1. Yeah, I think the Birds will take it in the end.
Yeah, this one was tougher. I mean,
it's a tough game. It's the best. This is the best game of the week.
Yeah, with the Eagles regressing a little bit on defense and just like you can't beat that devil magic in that stadium, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, and I don't even love that pick. I'll be completely honest. Like on paper, I'm looking at the Eagles and I'm just like, they're just better because they are.
As long as Jalen Carr doesn't get thrown out the game,
by the way,
I think they will be okay.
Huge for him to only get the fine.
$57,000 fine. Did Dak not get anything?
Apparently not.
I was kind of surprised about that.
So I saw.
Give him a $10K fine. Come on.
You know who
what are you doing, Goodell?
Chris Long is? Former.
Yeah.
So he has his pod, and Big Cat was his guest for this week, and he like broke the news. And Chris Long's response to finding out that he didn't get a game of suspension goes, "All right, everybody, if you're gonna spit on somebody, do it during a TV timeout. Do it during the first TV timeout. You're good.
You're good."
And then because like, he
didn't down the drain, but you'll play week 2.
Hey, you know them Georgia boys, they do not care. They just want to drive.
Cubs. Sorry, this is
no worries.
Not really
breaking baseball
news.
Update. Little baseball.
It was 3-1. Cubs had bases loaded. I'm trying to see exactly what happened, but the score is 6-1 now. Cubs against
Dansby
Atlanta.
Swanson got walked, and then Matt Shaw had a 2 RBI double or 2 RBI single.
Thanks for the update.
Of course. Glad I could help.
Go Cubs, go.
Go Cubs, go.
Anyways.
No way! The Tigers are up 11-2 on the Yanks?
Hell yeah, fuck the Yankees.
Hell yeah. The last time I checked, they were down 2.
Yankees lose. Sunday Night Football, week 2. We have them boys down in Atlanta, headed up north, take on the Minnesota Vikings.
Skull.
This is going to be a great game. McCarthy,
I'm excited.
The
draft class of 2024 battle.
Yeah, this is going to be a good game. I think we might have a different picks here, though. Maybe, I could be wrong, but give me the Falcons.
We do have different picks. I'm going with the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game. I'm hoping I'll be out in Chicago this weekend, so maybe I'll try and go out to a little bar and catch some Sunday Night Football. Kind of fun.
I think it's
going to be a great game. Just prime time. I wish Minnesota wore their whiteouts, dude. That'd be sick.
That'd be tough. I just think Minnesota's defense is just going to be too strong.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be shocked though if the Falcons kind of were able to pull this off. Little Kirko Chains magic at the end if Penix gets hurt. Best backup in the NFL to some people.
Monday Night Football. Double header.
Double feature.
Double header. It's not even at the same time. We got 2 full games.
Oh. Maybe a little bit of overlap, but even then, they start.
Yeah.
That's okay.
We have the boys down in Tampa headed to the Lone Star State of Texas, taking on Houston. CJ Stroud, Baker Mayfield, Monday Night Football. It doesn't get better than that. It could.
I'm flipping my pick.
I'll give you. Well, the Texans are a 2.5-point favored in this game. But give me Tampa Bay.
I also took Tampa Bay. I just flipped. I just flipped the Texans to the
I think they look good.
Yeah.
Egbuka, Evans, Bakers.
Bucky Irving. That O-line is really solid.
And they have still a solid defense from even their Super Bowl when they have a handful of those guys still. So I think the Bucs will take this one.
I agree.
We go to this game for $47. You want to make a trip out to Houston next week? No.
Look at some Houston flights.
And then to round out week 2, we got the LA Chargers headed to the Sin City of Las Vegas, taking on the Raiders. I think this would be a great game.
I think it'll be a really good game.
Especially after last week we saw with the Raiders and the Chargers. I think the Chargers will win this game. They're 3.5-point favored.
Yep.
But I think it's gonna be another just like battle back and forth game.
Yeah, I
could see this game being 31-24.
I think the biggest eye opener the Raiders are going to have is, wow, this offense is a whole lot different than the Patriots offense. They can actually move the ball.
Yeah.
And I think their offense is also going to have a little bit of culture shock just because of that interior for the Chargers and how well they did against Pacheco the other night against and also just containing Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, yeah, I know the Chargers don't have the best secondary, and I feel like that's maybe where some weaknesses could come in. But it's just, I feel like with the Raiders, you need that balanced attack. You need Genty to get going to open up the space for Geno, and I don't know if they'll be able to do that. So I think the Chargers are going to win that one.
Yeah.
So,
breaking news, and this might not affect you, but it affects me. Man City's striker Omar Mamouche suffers a left knee ligament injury ahead of the Manchester Derby this weekend.
Damn.
I know we haven't talked.
You're facing United? You're fine.
Yeah, dude. I know this is a complete pivot, but
are you talking about the Division 4 thing?
We have 13 injuries. 13 players are hurt.
13.
We're screwed. That's half our team.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to watching this game this weekend. But yeah, sorry, I just had to get that off my chest.
No worries.
But yes, I think you were totally correct with everything you said about this game. I think Chargers will take it, and but yeah, I think it'll be a good game.
I think it'll be a really good game. But hey, football's back, man. Thank God.
We're back. So. Did you caught some college football over the weekend?
Yeah.
I caught about a quarter of the Colorado-Delaware game, and did you see the third string quarterback?
I did.
Colorado's now going to be starting now. Yeah. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Probably won't watch,
I watched a good amount of college football. I primarily was watching. Main focus I had was BC MSU. Just trying to think of some Mississippi State, Arizona State. Really good finish. Game-winning touchdown there.
Michigan, Oklahoma. Didn't catch any of that. I saw Oklahoma won.
Oklahoma did win. Oklahoma's back. Anyway,
maybe. Are there any good notable matchups this weekend?
Yeah,
I'm pulling up a schedule.
Yep, Georgia, Tennessee play each other this week.
Ooh, go Vols, baby!
I know Florida plays LSU.
Oregon at Northwestern. I'm gonna go.
That's the big noon. That's the big noon kickoff game. This week.
Go.
Might as well.
Should I go?
Might as well. It's in Evanston.
It's not far.
Not far. I've made that Uber drive before.
I might have to go. I land at halftime, but I might have to go. Probably getting pretty cheap because Oregon's going to be smacking them. Yeah, Georgia, Tennessee will be a good one.
I get it. Halftime is crazy.
Yo, dude, from O'Hare to Evanston, I could be there by the middle of third. Come on.
Dude, what? You kidding me? I might as well be the ball boy.
South Florida at Miami. South Florida's had the big upset last weekend.
South Florida has like the best start out of any team in the NCAA this year. They beat Boise State, who was ranked at the time, and then they beat Florida State. Or sorry,
they
Florida,
got Miami number 5,
and then they got Miami. So I don't think they'll continue, but
no,
that's great street cred for USF.
Ooh, here's a great game. NBC 7:30 Eastern.
I'm gonna guess.
It's
Notre Dame. Oh, is it Notre Dame, Texas A&M?
Got the Aggies, right?
Yeah. In Notre Dame
Aggies,
this time?
Aggies at the Irish.
Ooh. It was at Kyle Field last year.
Yeah, and Notre Dame won that. Notre Dame ranked number 8, 6-point favored. Give me the Irish, baby. Where's my hat? I don't have my hat, but give me the Irish. I might tune into that one, actually.
Well, BC plays Stanford. You go BC. I got BC. That's all.
Dude, that game's not going to start till 10:30 your time.
I'm aware. And I'm not excited for it. Because
are you going to watch the whole game?
No. I'll be completely honest. I'm like, if I make it to like 12 anymore, 12? I'm like pretty stoked.
Dude, that is hilarious.
Like, that's just how it is. Like, it's just like work and everything. I just can't really.
Portland State at Hawaii starts at 10 p.m. You going to catch that game?
I don't know if you saw this. Oregon, I think it was Oregon, Ohio State, and Florida State. Like mollywop their team. I think or all three of those guys, like mollywop whoever they were playing. I want to say the combined score was upwards of like 200, like for all three games combined was like 200 to like 6.
That's ridiculous.
FSU won, I think, 77-0. Or like here, I'll pull it up actually because I know because Oklahoma State only scored 3 against Oregon, and then I can't remember who was playing. Let me just pull it up for you, just one moment.
Yeah.
Okay, Oregon beat Oklahoma State 6-3. Ohio State beat Grambling, and I get it's Grambling, but 70-0.
Didn't Bama win like?
Bama won 73-0, and then Florida State won 77-3.
This is why I don't like college football, dude. Here, like, what is this?
I get it. The week 2 is by far like the worst year of every year because it's like you don't get the kickoff specials and like good games, and you just have to get through the FCS schedule. If you like get to like week 4 or 5, and then you're cruising.
Yeah, Georgia, Tennessee this week will be good though.
Yeah, let me just see what. Yeah, let me take a look at all those games. BC Stanford. Did I mention that already or what?
Yeah, at 10:30 p.m. You might not even make it to kickoff.
Might probably be dead on the couch though.
Tickets as low as $9.
Yep, that checks out.
The hell?
That checks out.
BC's a 12.5-point favorite. You got to tune into this.
I'm gonna tune in, John.
It's on the ACC network. You got ACC network?
I got
over
ACC network.
All right, you good.
We pay for the premium sports package here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Florida LSU game will be good. Texas A&M at ND is going to be good. UMass versus Iowa is funny. Yeah, it's kind of it.
Northwestern Medicine Field at Martin Stadium, Evanston.
Yeah, I won't be watching Portland State versus Hawaii, unfortunately. My bad.
What about Middle Tennessee State at Nevada?
All right. You know what? That's a great wrap-up point.
Cubs up 6-1, bottom of the 9th.
Sox play in 30 minutes, so that's what I'm really gearing up
I still need to eat dinner.
I was going to say, dude.
Yeah, another great episode.
So I guess we'll just leave this with... Actually, no, we'll talk about that after. Just in terms of when we'll put it up, but I'll figure
sometime.
Yeah.
Sometime before week 2 kickoff.
Yeah, we'll probably...
At least Sunday.
It'll probably... No, actually, no. This will for sure be up tomorrow, because it's Tuesday.
Wednesday or Thursday.
Well, yeah, Wednesday night. Yeah. All right.
Lock it in, baby.
Locked. All right. My name is Connor Ryan.
Jonah Newberger, and this has been another episode.
Episode 12.
Damn. Only?
No, like I'm more so just resetting it ever since you came.
We've only done 12. That's
together. Right. Yes, we've only done 12.
Interesting. It feels like a lot more.
Yeah. Wait, let me just confirm. 1, 2, 3, 12. This is the 12th one.
Shout out Tom Brady.
Shout out Tom.
Shout out TB12.
Let me tell you about a man that would just go into battle and do things that you've never seen. Shout out who's next. That's my shout out of the week.
I already shouted out Tom Brady.
Yeah, you did. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Triple Threat Talk. We will see you all next week for another episode. Peace out.